All right, we are going to do lab 2.1 together. So I'm not going to answer any of the questions, but I will go through the RStudio portion and model some of the codes that need to be put into RStudio. So here's lab 2.1. We are comparing the weight of adult cats and dogs at the shelter. Which type of animal has more individuals weighing more than 20 pounds? So to investigate questions like this, we contacted Austin Animal Shelter and they provided us with information about 473 cats and dogs. So be sure RStudio is open and you are logged in. So here's our RStudio server. We're going to open it up here. Back to. So just a reminder, make sure that you are in the 2526 Holloway and you should have a project already there. Waiting for mine to resume here. Okay, so let me just sweep all of this so we can start fresh. Save. All right, let's sweep this. Okay, so we want to open the data folder, import data set, and open the data folder, select animal data and click open, and we want to rename it animal with a lowercase a. So I'm going to import my data set, OnRamps data, animal data. And this is going to be animal with a lowercase a. I want to make sure that my heading says yes. So I import here, and there is my data set, and it shows up in a table here. All right. So our question is, compare the weight of adult cats and dogs at the shelter. Which type of animal has more individuals weighing more than 20 pounds? So we'll look at this. You can answer 1 and 2 together. And then question 3 also you can answer. So here we go. It talks about the script. You can access the script here, lab 2.1 script, and it shows up something like this. We're not going to use that because I want us to really think about being more intuitive, but we are going to open up our own R script so you can do a new one that's untitled. All right, so we want to create a data frame for adult animals in the data set. So an animal is considered an adult if it is at least 1 year of age. So at least 1 year. So that means greater than or equal to 1 year of age. So I want to do a subset. So keyword here is it says create a data frame. So I'm going to create a subset called adult. So we want to get it from the data set animal. We're going to do a square bracket, $sign. And how do I know if it's an adult? Probably the age. So let's see if we have something called age. All right. So we want age of intake, and we want that to be greater than or equal to 1 year of age. And don't forget the comma. There we go. So we have an adult. So we've got 282 adults in the shelter. And we want to know how many adult dogs and how many adult cats. So a great way to know that is to create a table. And so I'm going to draw that from your adult table or data set. And I want to know how many dogs and how many cats. So that will be under animal type. We're going to run. So remember, your table is going to show up down here. All right. And then what is the shape of the distribution of weights for adult dogs and adult cats? So I need to do 2 more data sets or subsets, one for adult dogs and one for adult cats. So adult dogs, I'm pulling that from the data set adult. And I want it to be dogs only. So I'm going to do animal type. And this time I want it to be exactly equal to the word dog. So if you're not sure, let's see, animal type, it is lowercase d. So I spelled it right. We're going to run that. And you can see the number of adult dogs in there. So we can make sure that everybody in this table is a dog, an adult dog specifically. Now we'll do adult cats. We'll do the exact same thing, but we'll type it using using adult cats instead as the name. So I want it to equal the word cat. Don't forget your comma, and we'll run that. All right, so we have two subsets, one for adult cats and one for adult dogs. Now, it tells us shape of distribution. Distribution tells me that we need to create a histogram. So a histogram, you're going to build a lot like we did the table here. And since we're looking at the weights, that's going to be the variable that we're interested in, right? So we're going to say histogram, or hist in this case. And we're going to compare the adult cats and their weight. There it is right there. So I want to show this run. So if your window is too little, let's see if like this, if my window is too little, it's going to say a warning message. It's going to give me a warning message. That means my window is too small. Might say like data frame too large or something. So here's my adult cats. I can see the shape of the adult cats. Here's the adult dogs. We're going to do the weight of that as well. And you can see the histogram of the adult dogs. All right, so that will help you with shape and distribution there. And now the lab is compare the weight of adult cats and dogs at the shelter. Which type of animal has more individuals weighing more than 20 pounds? So we want to be very specific here, and you can tell looking at the histogram that the majority of the dogs weigh more than 20 pounds, whereas the histogram of the cats doesn't even weigh 20 pounds. So what you can do is, if you want to know the exact number, we can build another subset for heavy dogs. We'll consider dogs weighing more than 20 pounds to be heavy. So if I say heavy dogs, I want to get that from the adult dogs data set. And adult dogs again. And I want to know their weight, but I want their weight to be greater than or equal to 19. So if I want it to be greater, if I want it to be 20 pounds or more, right? Weighing, oh, more than 20 pounds. Okay, so just greater than, more than 20 pounds, that would be 21, right? No, 20, 20, let's do 20. All right, so that would tell us what did I do? Oh, comma, forgot my comma. There we go. So you can see how many adult dogs are weighing more than 140 or more than 20 pounds. So let's do cats and see. I mean, we already know the number for the adult cats, but we'll just look anyway. We're gonna do the same thing just for our adult cats. Don't forget your comma like I did. There we go. So you can see the number of observations there. So what you want to think about is why, when you're explaining, looking at your comparison here, you want to explain why might cats weigh less than dogs. You can use words like variability there. When you get finished, you want to highlight everything that's in your bottom console, and this is what's going to go into your second portion here. So that will go in question 7. And that's it. Good luck on lab 2.1.